All right, here's where we begin. Today in Austin, Texas, local finances take center stage as voters and politicians clash over city budgets and taxes. I'm Dean Bark. Welcome to the City Report with Dean Bark, covering Austin, Texas. Let's kick things off with a bang. Austin's budget cut, Prop Q's rejection challenges city finances. On November 25, 2025, the Austin City Council approved a $6.3 billion budget after the rejection of Proposition Q. Prop Q was a proposal to increase property taxes to generate $110 million, but it got the thumbs down from voters. This led to a $95 million cut compared to the Prop Q plan. But here's the kicker. Spending actually increases from the previous fiscal year. Core services like police, fire, and EMS are getting more funds, while social services and parks face the chopping block. To balance things out, the city had to implement a 3.5% property tax hike and dip into the rainy day fund. The rejection of Prop Q clearly shows voter sentiment against major tax increases. But now the city faces the challenge of balancing essential services with fiscal responsibility. It's clear that while voters rejected a tax hike, the city must still navigate financial challenges to maintain core services. Moving on, Save Austin Now launches petition for mandatory city budget audits. Save Austin Now, a Republican-aligned group, announced on November 21, 2025, that they're driving a petition initiative for regular city budget audits in Austin. Their goal? Gather 25,000 signatures by February 1, 2026, to place this measure on the May 2026 ballot. The measure would require an external and performance-based audit every 5 years to sniff out cost savings, particularly before tax rate elections like Prop Q. This isn't their first rodeo. The group successfully campaigned against Proposition Q. But here's a twist. A similar audit proposal was rejected by voters back in 2018. The ongoing debate over fiscal transparency and accountability makes you wonder if voter attitudes have shifted toward embracing greater fiscal oversight. Let's pivot to the next story. Pflugerville mayoral runoff. McCord and Weiss compete to shape city's future. Pflugerville, Texas is gearing up for a mayoral runoff election on December 13, 2025. The contenders? Pat McCord and Doug Weiss. The November 4th election didn't yield a candidate with over 50% of the vote, hence the runoff. McCord is all about fiscal responsibility and tackling the city's $949 million debt, while Weiss is focused on community engagement and infrastructure development. Early voting runs from December 1st to December 9th. Runoff elections often see lower voter turnout, making each vote crucial. With significant debts and differing visions, this runoff is critical for Pflugerville's future direction. Shifting gears, Texas Longhorns seek redemption against Kentucky in SEC volleyball finals. The Texas Longhorns are set to face the Kentucky Wildcats on November 25, 2025, in the SEC volleyball tournament finals in Savannah, Georgia. After a regular season loss to Kentucky, Texas is on a revenge tour. Key players for Kentucky include Eva Hudson, the SEC Player of the Year. Meanwhile, Texas is focused on improving their hitting strategy. The match promises to be a showdown of strategic adjustments and player performances. With their eyes on redemption, the Longhorns' strategic improvements could lead to an exciting clash against Kentucky. And now for something completely different. Special Olympics Texas Winter Games return to Bee Cave and Lakeway. The Special Olympics Texas 2026 Winter Games will take place from February 13 to 15, 2026 in Bee Cave and Lakeway. This event will feature 1,500 athletes in sports like volleyball, powerlifting, and floorball. It promotes sports for individuals with intellectual disabilities, fostering community involvement and support. Funded by local hotel occupancy tax funds, the opening ceremonies are set to be held at Lake Travis High School. The return of the Special Olympics to Bee Cave and Lakeway is a testament to the community's support for inclusive athletic opportunities. That's all for today on the City Report with Dean Bark, reporting from Austin, Texas. Have a great day, and join us again tomorrow.